It's your girl, fine ass Icarice, and yes, we're about to get into it, right into it, because I got my boy Vaughn Fontana here in the building. How you feeling?
I'm doing good.
You feeling fantastic?
Yes, ma'am, for
Yep.
sure.
Okay, I'm here for it. You got your braids all done. Look at you.
Right, I had to get it nice, man. My stylist was going crazy for me.
Okay,
For real.
okay. They got you right. They got you
Yes,
right
ma'am.
for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
So listen, how are you feeling? Like, it's hot as hell outside. You're in Vegas, but you're from like somewhere that's super duper hot.
Yeah. I'm scorched earth. You know what I mean? Arizona keeps it hot 24/7.
Well, good. Well, listen, how in the heck did you even get into music in the first place?
Well, like out of high school, I thought I was gonna be an NFL football player, probably like
Okay.
a lot of people who play sports. And I played some ball at the University of Arizona, and I got there, and it was just I realized like the dedication to it. You know what I mean? It's like it's not a show up and get it going kind of situation. It's long term if you want to show up. And some guys, you know what I mean, extra talents. There's always that across the board, but you find out whether if you're gonna put that kind of time in. And then I felt like, given the fact that I spent a lot of time when I was younger doing musical arts and musical theater and dance and different stuff like
Let me
that.
find out you dance.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about this, okay?
What?
Now, what kind of dance are we talking about
I
here?
did a lot of dancing growing up. I mean, mostly I think when I was younger, it was because my mom told me when I came out I had 4 left feet. You know what I mean? She had to teach me how to run right. She said I used to run with my knees pointed and stuff. So she
Okay.
put me in everything that she possibly could to give me. And so I think dance became an end. Also, like I said, my dad was a football player. He played at the University of Arizona. Big old dude.
But like dancing and football is like almost like if you can dance and you can play football, like you have.
Yeah, I did ballet. I did jazz.
me
I did a lot of stuff for from like
Okay,
7 to
ballet.
14, 15. I did some freshman year in high school. Mostly because when I got to high school, I realized all the finest girls in school were in dance. I was like, yeah, I take an elective. I'm going on that for
Right,
sure.
right.
But yeah, no, I took a lot of that stuff growing up. I did stage arts like theater, performance arts, like stuff like that.
So let's talk about this. So since you can sing and then you can rap, how'd you decide to put those things together?
Man,
how did you decide? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
See, like when I decided to stop playing football, I was just like, all right, like I don't know if I'm putting my body through this all these years.
Yeah.
If I'm not
It's a lot.
gonna be an NFL talent, you know what I mean? I chose like my sanity a little bit, you know.
Yes.
It's like because it really is. It's a full-time job for them cats and school and everything like that. So I decided, you know what I mean, I was kind of given singing. I've been able to sing. I've been in performing arts my entire life. I decided I was like, if I'm gonna push something while I'm young, try to dive into it, and I did. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of rough for my family a little bit, but you know what I mean, once I showed real dedication, started pushing that, it started working. I got around people that really helped me, like Vanezzi. Even when I first started, he got on me because he was like, you're talented, like you can do a certain amount of things, but if you spend some real time working on your craft and learn, go on YouTube, go spend the time trying to figure out what you can do. Stop acting like you got everything right away and really spend some time like thinking that you ain't shit, you know what I mean? Thinking that
Right.
you're nothing, and understanding that you got a lot to grow, and that kind of pushed me into being able to hone into both of them talents and kind of push it like that, and really meeting people that made me feel like if I can keep trying harder and the more hard work I put in, there has been good stuff to come with it.
And then too, like having those people behind the scenes that like actually give you that extra boost, and you are able to receive the feedback. Like that's the problem that a lot of people have, like being able to receive the feedback that may not be the best that you want to hear.
Right.
But when you have people who will support you, and people who will give you encouraging words and like help you keep going, like those things are super valuable.
Support is 1 in a million. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just
indeed.
as simple as support is 1 in a million, but to have people behind you that really care and give you that real feedback in that real time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can't put a price on that for real.
Yeah. So when you go in the studio, what's your process? Like, are you freestyling this? Are you writing out what the songs look like?
It just
like,
depends, I think. It kind of depends on what song it is and what's the situation in the studio. If something come on and I'm feeling it right away, then sometimes I'll just go in the booth and kind of just get some melodies going and start freestyling, trying to see what I come up with, something smooth right off the top. Some beats come in and they're just so deep that I just don't feel comfortable given anything but like 2 weeks to trying to give something real, spend some time really writing and revising and figuring out.
I mean, I think that's like being like the marketing part of it, like this being on the back end and trying to make sure that everything gets pushed, and then let people know like I really do have great music. You know?
Right.
So like that's like half the battle.
Oh man, trying to the marketing is that keeps me up all night because it's about reaching people, and I mean I feel like I spent the time to create a product that is worth people's time, right? Because that's really what I felt like a lot of people, the difference I think between like doing the SoundCloud thing and doing something real is that you have quality music that is worth people's time. You take 2 minutes out of your day because time is valuable. So once you get to that point, then it's like, how do I get people to see it and then in turn give me the time of day to even
listen,
care. Yeah, because I feel like if you
tell their friends.
I run into that all the time. People, I show them up and be like, look at me and be like, oh, well, you know, I mean, where are you from? What you got? How many people on you already? They won't even listen to the song, you know, because of that. So that does become the stress. But
and stuff. So like, what made you get to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do all of these things on the back end? Like, was it hard for you to get to that space where it's like, okay, I'm gonna put it in the work, or were you just doing the work here and there, or somebody had to get you straight? Like, well, how did that work?
Man, it was hard until I had a recording studio. When I had a recording studio and I had real equipment in there where I could sit down and practice and take my free time, and I stopped going out. I stopped going out, hanging out with my friends. I stopped partying. I stopped doing all that kind of stuff. And I spent all my free time that I had in there trying to learn, trying to get better, trying to do it, and having the people around me who were honest and telling me, hey, look, you do this well, but you don't have this, and you need to work on this kind of things. And I also had, like, my producer was in-house. He lived with me, and that is a level up. I don't care what he says. Like, we got to grow together, and the fact that I had that constantly, tons of beats I got to practice on and learn and keep going for, and having that kind of stuff with you gives you, like, that extra drive. After I seen that a couple people bought into what I first started doing it, I knew that, and just from like a learned process, that if I take the time, really set my heart to it and work as hard as I can and dive into it, that I'm gonna have better. If they like this, then it's worth the time and effort. If I believe it, then it's gotta be.
Okay. Oh, so you're trying to bring the whole sexy back, and
a little bit.
A lot of people say, I hear a lot of people say like, you know, where's Casey, JoJo, the 90s R&B? Like, how do you feel about that?
See, that's where I'm trying to go for sure. That is my whole lane I'm trying to push. My R&B side, I'm trying to do all 90s R&B type stuff. 90s R&B with a little bit more, you know, you got that swag today, the producers are going crazy, you know what I mean?
Like, what do you do to stay ready?
We've been working out. Gotta work out like 5-6 days a week. I mean, gotta put it in the time to get right, especially since I'm getting older and stuff. So it's like every year I feel like it's just gotta push more and more, try to keep myself in the right position. You know what I mean? Getting in the gym, eating healthy, that kind of stuff. I think it's just big overall. I'm big on it.
So tell me this, like in terms of like motivation all around, when it comes to you doing music or you getting up and working out or whatever that might be, like what gives you that extra push?
I think it's just, well, it's like a two-way answer I could give you. I would say part of it is I want freedom. I want freedom from my people. I want freedom from the people that I love and the people around me. I don't really see that becoming a thing if I don't get out there and get this. You know what I mean? If I don't get it done, if I don't be able to create something that is passed through generations and something I can pass down through my family and help people, is that attaining freedom out here in America is becoming slimmer and slimmer every single year, it seems. So that's like a big thing for me, is trying to get the people around to be able to do the things they want to do with their time that they spend here. You know what I mean? And then the other part is, I mean, like, if you went through and tried to check out my whole album, like, I've got a relationship that I've been pushing on, and I use a lot of that relationship to create all my music. You know what I mean? Get into it. Honestly, it's like, you know, girl relationship, and it's like the person that I love and care about, and you put that kind of time into something like that, it's easy to find out how like that translate, because a lot of my motivation comes from just the fact that I'm trying to make that work while I'm trying to make this work. You know what I mean?
And that's a juggling task in itself.
It is ridiculously hard to try to be dedicated and show that same kind of dedication, because there's a million times where I make her feel like she's not worth it, you know what I mean? And that I got to put her to the side, and she got to take that shit on the chin, and that is not That's not easy for nobody.
Right.
I gotta act like I was sitting there trying to act like it is, but it's not. And that's the same kind of spec. So pushing that in there gave me a lot, and it's helped me a lot to push me into the position where it's like motivation, not only through inspiration, but you know what I mean, through everyday growth in myself and trying to learn how to be a better man and a better artist and a better individual. I appreciate y'all listening. You know what I mean? Vibe with me, ride with me, be taking it to the top. Shout out to E. Craze, she the best. You know what it is. Hot 702.5.